Hello, hello. All right. So, as the title of this video said, small phones are dead. The reason that I'm making this video is MKBHD made a video saying how basically the same thing, that small phones are kind of a dying breed and they are gone. it's um it's sad. So I wanted to give my experience on an iPhone 13 mini. The phone I'm streaming on right now is a iPhone 13 Pro Max, and I switched from a iPhone 10R, so that was kind of a medium-sized phone, and it switched from an iPhone 13 Pro Max, which was it's their biggest phone, and then 6 months later they came out with the green iPhone, and I was really wanting the green iPhone, but couldn't justify just switching from a 13 Pro Max blue to a 13 Pro Max green. And so the last year, I went on eBay Refurbished and I found a 13 mini that I found that I wanted to try because I was like, okay, I want to have a smaller phone to so I can just walk around with a phone that's a lot smaller and it fits your hand perfectly. Like it's nice. Um, so I got it in the mail. I started using it, and the battery life is the biggest thing for me that I think was the hindrance of why small phones are dying. They just couldn't figure out because they made this phone a pro phone. If they made this iPhone 13 mini like an SE, so if Apple comes out with an SE model that looks just like this, don't give it the newest chip. Don't even give it all the fancy features. But if they made this phone an SE, cheaper, not all the fancy stuff, and this one doesn't even have a 120 hertz screen or anything. If they had made this phone cheaper, smaller, but with the same battery and everything, I think this phone might have survived. But since they targeted this as a flagship phone, alongside the 13 and the 13 Pros, I think that's what made the iPhone mini sales go down, because when you're looking at an iPhone mini and you're looking at a normal iPhone, most people would graduate towards the bigger one because for just a few extra dollars, maybe a 100 extra dollars, you get the big size. Like now they've got the 15 Plus. That thing has the best battery life in any iPhone. And it is insane just how long that thing lasts. My iPhone 13 Pro Max lasted, when I first got it, it lasted easily 2 days. And I've never changed the battery on my iPhone 13 Pro Max. Its health is about 88%, maybe 82. I think it's 82% because it's almost 3 years old now, or it is. Um, and it still goes a full day. I've never replaced the battery, and it still lasts a full day. Yes, I would like a upgraded battery. I'm probably just gonna wait for the iPhone 16, but yeah, big phones are better because you get bigger battery life and you get a bigger screen, and you just feel like you're getting more value. Like if you could get a sedan or a big old SUV for just a little bit more, you would automatically get the SUV instead of getting the smaller device for just a little bit more. So, anyway, I really like this phone. If it wasn't for the battery life, this could have been my daily driver. Just an iPhone 13 mini. I love it that it just fits in my pocket very well. I have a MagSafe wallet that is the same size as my iPhone 13 mini. So it made it just perfect to sit or fit in my pocket. And it was really nice. So maybe when battery technology gets better, maybe Apple should consider remaking the mini again, but making it the new SE, and then getting rid of the current SE. So just make the iPhone 13 mini the SE. A lot of people will buy it because it'll be cheap. It'll be using older hardware. They just need to stuff the biggest battery they can. And if the price point is down, then I'm pretty sure that people would go to it. But sad to say, as MKBHD mentioned, small phones are practically dead, because you wouldn't want to choose a small phone over a big phone, and there's just too many compromises from going from a small. And now that Apple has a 13 or 15 plus that is their starter phone, really just a little bit more expensive than the iPhone 15 for like an extra $100. It is a no-brainer. So I'm sorry to see that iPhone minis and Android minis, the small phones, are sadly dead. And I kind of like this category. Personally, I go with the bigger phones, but I've always wanted a mini phone just to have. And maybe as like a spare phone, or if you happen to have two phones, one for work, one for personal, I would choose a mini phone as one of them, because just having this small form factor is really nice. And then going for me, the reason I also didn't go from this, from my 13 Pro Max to this guy, is this is not a Pro Max. So it didn't have the 120 hertz display, didn't have the 3 cameras. So there was just a lot of compromises to get to this size. So I think that's about it for this video, just explaining and kind of saying my point of view on the mini phone. And I'm sad to see it go. The iPhone mini has been gone for a couple years now, but MKBHD did make that video recently saying that the last small Android phone is now officially gone. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. I started doing YouTube live streams, and just seeing how it goes, because they introduced this vertical live stream. So I'm just testing it out, seeing how it goes. If you don't know my channel, it's called I Gauge It. I talk about Apple and smart home and any tech stuff that interests me, mainly Apple and smart home. I really like those things. And yeah, just testing out the new mic instead of just using the onboard. And yeah, this is just a YouTube live test. So anyway, I'll be doing these sporadically. I don't know. I don't really have a plan for when I'm going to be posting and going live. So yeah, well, thanks for watching, and I will see you in whatever video you watch next. So bye.